Hi guys! Welcome to the next episode of our podcast. This is me, Ria.
And this is me, Pracheta. And we are wearing white today coincidentally.
I know, right? अब हमारे choices भी match करने लग गए हैं.
We swear it, we didn't speak before dressing up for this one. And it's nice.
Twinning.
Yes. So on this note, I think let's go ahead with introducing the topic for today. The topic that we are discussing today is based on, the psychology of humans around reciprocity. So before I think deep diving into what the meaning of reciprocity as a word is, we live in an era where you have ample of choices. If you want to buy a rug, you want to buy a book, you have ample of brands to choose from, be it e-commerce or be it offline shopping, be it so many brands available. So, a thing to really wonder is that why would people choose your brand, or why would they trust you with their money out of all the ample options that they have? So I think that's where the psychology of human plays in, and that's where reciprocity as a term also comes into picture.
You rightly said, when brands kind of give us something in advance, we are more inclined towards returning back to the brand by maybe making a purchase from them, or maybe using their service. जैसे कहते हैं ना, हम humans को debt नहीं पसंद. We don't like to be in debt of any person, any business. We don't like any kind of obligation on us. So in order to kind of return that favor or gesture, I think reciprocity as a term comes in the picture.
Yeah, and I think as per human psychology, how it works is that a person or a customer is more intended or obligated to buy from you if they have already received something in advance. A value that has already been provided to a customer in advance, he or she has a higher chance of making a purchase from you. That's where I think you create that differentiation from other brands, and the reason that why people should come to you and not to the other competitors in the market.
I read somewhere that reciprocity is almost irresistible by humans. We don't like to be in a state of obligation towards any person, any business or anything. अभी मैं recently तुझे एक example दूँ, it was my birthday. I had gone to a very nice place for a staycation with my family. So जैसे ऐसे brands को पता चलता है you're here for a special occasion, they do a little extra for you. Beyond something that I booked or I paid for, that bringing me a beautiful bouquet of flowers, or giving me a nice cake, or adding a little more value to my day.
Yes.
What happened? I landed up tipping them more, obviously, because immediately you feel so special. You feel like यार मुझे भी उनके लिए कुछ extra करना है. Whether it's the staff who was treating me so well, I ensured to give them a great feedback. So by doing these small gestures, क्या उन्होंने मुझसे निकलवा लिया एक तो एक्स्ट्रा टिप, ऊपर से a positive testimonial which they can post anywhere. So I think this is such a beautiful way by which they not only make you feel special, but also they take something back in return जो तुझे लग भी नहीं रहा you're making a big favor on them.
You won't believe, this is the exact same thing I read, where a study was done in NYC, where they did the study in 3 parts, where they gave something extra each time, and saw that every time something extra was given, people ended up tipping the restaurant more. And not only that, even the repeat customer percentage increased by a bomb. So I think that is bound to happen in humans. Even when we go for any webinars, you see it'll be a 5-6 hour of webinar where a person will try to add value, try to tell you something, teach you something. And if you find it valuable, by the end of it, you end up, subscribing to it, or, paying for it somehow in some or the other way. So that is just, I think, a human nature, and this entire theory is based on that. And that is why, I think marketing, when we use the psychology of reciprocity in it, is a very powerful tool.
So this brings us to the second concept of reciprocity, that is content marketing. Like, we see so many brands leveraging on the fact of, posting so much content out there in the form of podcasts or blogs, webinars, so many tutorials on, how to use their products. So इतना insightful content देख के customers kind of feel obligated that let me make a purchase from this brand only, because say for example कोई skincare product है, now I know how to use it, how it will work on my skin, so automatically I will incline towards buying a product from them only, क्योंकि लगता है ना कहीं और से क्यों लो, might as well take it from them. So I think content marketing plays a big role in this.
When you say this, I think the best example that I can think of is somewhere I work. So I work in an electronics brand which is based out of India. So, tech is a thing which I feel is not very easily understandable to everybody out there. The features of a TV or the features of an AC, the features of a ref is not something you and me very casually would talk about or would know. So, for something like this brand has like an entire blog where they try to resolve FAQs or try to put in new tech features which are coming out, new features in the phone which are coming out, and how they are going to change the life of their customers, and about decomplexing all the complex gadgets also, like a camera, the DSLR, the features that they hold. That kind of content, the buying guides, everything is so available handy at people's end that customers would actually feel कि यार अगर free में इतना कुछ मिल रहा है तो when I pay for it, the service or the kind of product that I'll get from the brand will be much more. So that's where I think that obligation also hits. And moreover, I always feel कि there are two types of customer. A customer who has always decided कि मुझे अभी purchase करना है, so उसके लिए तो right away I think it will be a point to make a purchase कि okay, I have understood what I want, this is the TV that I want, this is the features that I want, and I'll go and buy it. This other customer will take much more time in researching, and will take their time, and whenever, like in the future, they plan to make a purchase, the brand will be their first priority, because they'll always feel कि हाँ मैंने यहाँ read किया था तो might as well just go back and buy from them. So whenever you add a value, you can always expect something in return from customers is something beautiful, yeah.
जब जो अब तक हमने डिस्कस किया, व्हाट वी आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, इट इज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अ बार्टर गोइंग ऑन बिटवीन द ब्रांड एंड अस, कि ब्रांड ने हमारे लिए एक एक्स्ट्रा वैल्यू ऐड कर दी, सो हमने भी रिटर्न में एक जेस्चर उनके लिए कुछ कर दिया.
This sounds so much like good karma. This is just like you're doing something good, waiting for nothing in return, and then just suddenly the good karma hits and boom.
Yeah, so see, coming at good karma, now there's so many brands who are actually giving it back to the society.
Yeah.
Like there's a brand called Tom's,
Yeah.
every pair of shoe you buy from them, they give a shoe to the needy or somebody who can't afford to buy the pair of shoes. So I think so many times the customer is also doing it out of a gesture where मुझे तो शूज लेने ही है, so might as well buy it from a brand who will also contribute to the society. Also, they look stylish and they're very comfortable. So I think it's a win-win for everybody. So I love the fact that how so many brands are, using this concept of reciprocity, not just to give us a value add back, but also back to the society.
Rightly said by you, because that's how brands are creating a community of people who follow you for the deeds you do, or for the thoughts as a brand you hold. But I feel freebies is also one part of playing on this psychology of humans, because we get all these freebie sample products from health and personal care brands, or these free cooked food to try whenever you enter these big retail brands. So this also, when you taste something, or you try out something and you feel ki, okay, this is good for my skin, or this is good to taste, you end up buying from them rather than going to another brand and trying their products out. So that is also where I feel that brands try to give something without having any expectation.
So see, such small investments by brands can go such a long way, because just by making us try their product, we might actually start liking it. And what if we become a permanent customer for them or a repeat customer for them? Sure. So I think this is a very smart thing brands do. Choti cheez but bada impact.
Okay, so I think before closing this topic, we can just share our views on how people can use the concept of reciprocity in their businesses and their daily routine of work. Because I genuinely feel that brands here, need to be a little selfless and need to add value to the customer's life without expecting something in return. And definitely after a while, when the good karma hits in, the brands will definitely take the fruit to it.
Yeah, so I think as a brand, just try to identify what is something that you can provide to your customers that's a big value add. तुम्हारे लिए उतना फर्क नहीं हो, but शायद customers के लिए बहुत बड़ा फर्क create कर जाए, I think just identifying such needs and making the most of it.
I hope you've liked today's episode, guys, and we promise to be a little more regular after this episode and make sure that we release our episode every week and not delay it by
Yes.
days like how we did this time.
So please like, share, and subscribe, guys. And see you guys soon.
See you. Bye. And we
Bye.
love you.